Hey, what's up, y'all? Jeremy back, your motivational public speaking coach. I want to share with you a few more things. We here in our next level studio, and I want to bring you over to the smart board, right? Well, it's not really smart board. I'm smart, and it's a whiteboard, so I'll call that thing a smart board. You know what I'm saying? But really, I want to share with y'all the top 4 things that you got to have in place so that you can give a real powerful message. When I stand before these people, it's the reason why every single audience is laughing, crying, and they locked in with me. You can hear a pin drop. There are 4 components that you gotta have to sharing your message and your story. So come over to me, to our smart whiteboard, and let me break a few things down to you, all right? So the first of the 4 things that you gotta have in place if you wanna give a real message and you wanna have a real impact is your story has to be relatable. All right, now let me tell you what I mean when I say relatable. Let them know I made some mistakes. I made some hiccups. My life ain't perfect. In this world we live in today, it's enough people out here on some fake stuff, some fluff stuff. Let people know I had some issues. I had some challenges. I failed. I messed up. My life ain't perfect. People can relate to that. People can connect with that. So when you're open and you're honest and you're vulnerable, that's where the power is. When people see you on stage and they hear about all the mistakes you made, but now they see you successful, they thinking like, yo, he like me. And if he could do it, I could do it. All right, so in order for you to be real and you give a real message and make a real impact, first thing you got to do is you got to be relatable. Second thing you got to do is you got to be able to bring out the emotions. Now look, when I talk about bring out the emotions, don't really worry about the crowd catching the emotions. You bring out the emotions within yourself. It's been plenty of times when I was on stage with a heavy heart and I might be talking about a dark place in my life and I find myself kind of tearing up and like embracing it, right? People want to connect with something real. Again, it's okay to be open. It's okay to be vulnerable. That's when you really show your true strength, when you're able to stand before the people and say, yo, I'm not perfect. I had some issues. I was hurt. I felt depressed. I felt suicidal. I felt low self-worth. I felt like a failure. Like, share that. Talk about how you cried and how you were angry and how you broke down. Like, share that pain, because people can connect with that. You know what they say, people might not always remember what you say, but they always remember how you made them feel. All right, again, we talking about being real. So in order for us to do that, we gotta be relatable, we gotta bring out the emotions, then you gotta give them some action steps, right? You gotta let them know these are the things you have to do to be successful. So every school I go to, whether it's elementary, middle, or high school, every university, every engagement I have, is I'm always giving them 3 to 7 takeaways. These are action steps that you must do. Make it crystal clear for the people so that they can walk away and not just feeling inspired, but now they know this is what I must do to be successful. Back to the board here. Now we want to talk about the lesson. With everything you share, there is a lesson to your story. So you got to be cautious, because you can share your story and they can walk away and know your story, but they might have missed the lesson. So always make sure you tie it back into the lesson. Make sure you take it from your story back to the lesson so that they can walk away and they can say, okay, this is the lesson that was learned. You feel me? Like, these are the things that I can learn from Jeremy's story. That's where the power is when you're thinking long term. All right, so let's recap here. It's my responsibility to make sure that you give a real message so your story is relatable. It's filled with emotions. You give them a plan of action and you make sure you highlight the lesson inside your story. If you do that, that's how you're going to give a message that can be real, that's going to impact the hearts and minds of the people in the audience. You've been called, you got a message, you got a story. It's your responsibility now to deliver it in a way that's going to change their lives. I'm proud of y'all. Let's keep pushing. Let's get it.